Hi, Zohara here. We teachers, instrumental teachers, music teachers, most likely other teachers as well, are confronting here and there with students of teenage years mainly, but also younger sometimes, who come to a stage in the musical learning that they don't want to continue. Now, this might vary because some students really might pull to another direction which takes much time, like they're doing some sport, which is very important for them, for the soul, for their growth, for their self-esteem, and so forth, and therefore do not have enough time to practice. But when we see a student who has really, really heart for music, if I may say this one. We can see what the music does to the growth of the child. We can see how this music is important. And in brackets, I will say that music is important for every human being. But I will refer now to the students who has been with us for some times, and we can see that they have been pulling their way in such a nurturing, nourishing path. And then comes an age or a stage that they start not practicing, and because conversation and argument with parents or sometimes with teachers continue, they just feel that they couldn't care less and they choose to quit. As from the standpoint of a teacher, it's really sad to see a student, especially a student like this, stopping. Because this is an expression of our natural, innate ability to sabotage ourselves. And I have no doubt that each and one of us has experienced it at least once in life, in their lifetime, and most likely more than once. So I will call it now self-jeopardize because it has many other names, but just in order to focus on what I want, on the message that I want to deliver, the self-jeopardizing will be so strong and very subconscious, of course, because no one wakes up in the morning and says, okay, from today, I'm going to sabotage my life or sabotage myself. And I feel that our role, the adults in the child's life, be it the teacher and the parents, our role is to help the child go through this. And it has quite a few ways and style to go through this. But today I want to talk about the way to go through this by just being with it. And that means that instead of talking about it, because I'm sure most of you have already tried to talk, and it still hasn't solved the problem or hasn't led to a change in practice routine, or maybe the change was there but very short-lived. So instead of talking, coaxing, explaining, analyzing, and coming to a place which the child says, I don't want to do it anymore, I want to quit, let's just help the child cruise along. That means let a child come to a lesson. This is at least my choice. I'm just sharing with you what I'm choosing to do. I will choose to continue with the child. The child comes to the lesson completely unready. I'm not threatening. I might show my disappointment, but not too dramatically, or I might just behave in a shrugging position, which means I will not refer to the fact that the child has not prepared. I will not refer to the fact that the child hasn't done proper work. I will actually sit and help the child work. We will use the lesson as the practice time. And we won't put too much words into it. We will do the work, we will put up our sleeves, and we'll do the work together. And when a child confronts difficulty, which definitely will come at some point, because this is the main reason why the child hasn't practiced at home. There was something which was difficult, or even the thing which was difficult is just to bring herself to the piano. I will just work with the child throughout the lesson and send the child home and say, see if you can repeat this process that we've done now every day or a few days. And then another week will come. And with the same smile, I will welcome the child, we'll put up our sleeves, so to speak, and we'll do the work. I know that at the end of the day, the child will pick up the habit. The child will understand the message, even if it's not being analyzed, verbalized, vocalized, whatever. The message that there is someone there that believes in me more than I believe in myself. There is someone that is willing to do the work with me every day, even though I'm not showing my best results when I come there. And at the end, the child will actually independently do it, almost without any help. You might call me optimistic, which is true, but the truth is that I've been seeing it working time and time again. So, dear parent and dear teacher, if you go through this time with, as I said, mainly a teenage student, do not be too harsh on yourself and with the child. Just let them cruise along life. Life is not easy. Life is challenging, as we know, at times. And you just hit the road now with this challenging time. Help a child go through this and do not quit. Happy practice.